Alright guys, we are back with the Tengu format finals at Eclipse Cards and Hobby in North Richland Hills, Texas. We got yours truly on the left playing Tengu Plants, the same deck that I played in the 3v3 Ultimate Time Wizard event in YCS Vegas. I technically went X1 in that tournament, but I only lost once in time. And we got John Vigil on the right playing Scrap. So here comes Heavy. And Summon Thunder King attack over his Tengu. Now, this tournament was just 3 rounds, single elimination. John and I currently have our tie for the most wins in Tengu format. So winner here will break that tie. Now, the only difference is John and I have both won. With Tengu Plants only. So if John wins here, he would have won with a second deck. So he attacks me with 17 and 19. I drop the Gores on the Thunder King attack. Now, I actually like Gores more in Tengu than in Edison because of Thunder King. Like almost all the Tengu plant decks main deck at least 2 Thunder Kings, so Gores kind of outs it. So that's why I'm a big fan of it, more so in Tengu format. All right, so he's going to negate my Gores attack with Utopia. And here comes Lone Fire. Tribute Lone Fire, because I'm gonna lose my token anyway. It's at 19, right? So I might as well synchro with it. Try to get a Scrap Dragon or something. I'm probably gonna make Scrap Dragon. Yeah, get the bulb. I could have got Spore as well here, but I don't know the rest of my hand. So synchro for formula. I think I'm doing this because I have Black Luster. You guys saw I had Black Luster Soldier in my hand. So I go for the Scrap Dragon. Let's see. Do I have a back row I can get rid of? Looks like I do. Scrap target the Utopia. And John with the Effect Veiler. Set a second back row. And now I'm going to let John cut the deck. All right. 44 to 78. John flips his Pro Heavy. I set Book of Moon and Dark Hole. Okay, so yeah, I was trying to pop the Dark Hole because I'm probably not going to need it. But since John had the Veiler. So now John sets a back row. Now Scrap Dragon target the back row. Which is a space. Now I'm going to search for Sangan. And now I'll be able to clear his Utopia. Yeah, it's been a while. This tournament was February 23rd, so almost a month ago, and I'm trying to catch up. We've played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! The past month in preparation for Vegas, which that event just ended, but these videos were like, you can kind of see the progression of us testing, because obviously now you guys know that I played this deck at Vegas. So, yeah, pass. He does not. It looks like he doesn't have Gores. And John picks up his cards. No, I take game 1. Again, currently, John and I both have 3 wins each in Tengu format. But John's got 10 wins total on the channel, which is the 4th most. All right, so John starts off with Tengu yet again. Sets a back row. I've got Maxi, DD Crow. We didn't even see John's Scrap Engine that first game. To be honest, I don't really know. I played against Scraps a few times back in the day, but it's not a deck that I'm too familiar with. All right, so here John hits me for 17. And I think he might pass here. Yep, John passes. All right, let's see. Where's my Tengus at, man? Oh, yeah, my hand's not good. It's like Maxi, DD Crow. Yeah, my hand's not very good. But I can easily draw out of it. 1 Tour Guide, 1 Tengu. And here, John summons Scrap. Is this Scrap Chimera? Yep, so he pokes me for 17 and then another 17. Leaving me at 29. So he finally saw his Scrap cards. Sets a second background pass, so I got space. Let's see. I think I have Heavy Storm, but with Maxi and DD Crow, yeah, I have to read some of these Scrap cards. I think I have Lone Fire. Okay, Lone Fire, enemy controller, Spore. So here comes Heavy. He chains, Scrap, Storm, or whatever the card's called. Yeah, that card's annoying. So I'm just trying to refresh my memory on these scrap cards. It's been too long. Like, this deck really wasn't a part of the meta. I remember a few people at my locals tried the deck, but like I kind of remember what it does. You're like, Foolish is a scrap, then you destroy one and you draw a card, right? So he's going to Foolish, yes, the Goblin, or the Beast, Scrap Beast. He's going to destroy the Chimera and then draw a card. Or draw and then destroy the Chimera. So he gets rid of, we both get rid of Warning. And summon Lone Fire. If he has Max C, I'm in trouble. Okay, no Max C from John. That's some good news. So pop Lone Fire for Bulb. I have to. And yeah, again, Danny does nothing there. So I'll grab Bulb. I probably have to enemy controller his Tengu. Yeah, enemy controller his Tengu. And then use Bulb. And he has a Crow. And I got Spore. I think Maxi, DD Crow in my hand. So yeah, so I poke him for 17. Uh-oh. No, he's at 63. Alright, so not looking good. That crow was devastating. And here comes John's own Heavy. Gets rid of my MST. Not looking good for you, but all I have is Max C and DD Crow in my hand and Spore. Yeah, my hand's awful. So if John can just summon a monster, it should be game. He's looking at his extra deck, so what does he possibly have? Maybe he's playing around Gores. He's trying his best way to kill me through Gores. Alright, so activates Reborn, takes... I chain Maxi, so he's going to take my Lone Fire. 4, 7, 10. I think this was an illegal move. Yeah, that thing is level 9. I pick up my cards, but I'm pretty sure that guy's a level 9 Scrap Twin Dragon. So he couldn't even make this card. Oh, he even told me. You saw it there at the end of the video, but it was too late because I already packed up my cards. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it's a 9, and that was 10. You need 1 scrap tuner or 1 plus 1 or more non-tuners. It didn't matter. My hand was bad. I was not going to win that game. I think he was just trying his best way to play around. Okay, so here he attacks me. I chain Dust Shoot I activate Dust Shoot and he chains Max C. So he now knows I have Gores, but I'm probably not gonna drop it now that he chained Max C because he will draw 2 cards. So yeah, I have to read all these cards. Scrap Goblin, Scrap Chimera, Effect Veiler, and Scrap Golem. So yeah, John's explaining all these cards to me. It's just been a long time. Again, this deck was not deck that was just not popular. I can recall like 2 people playing it at my locals, and it's not like I played against it all the time. So I choose to just get rid of his tuner so that he can't make Scrap Dragon. That was kind of the game plan. Yeah, does tune away the Goblin. That way he can't make a tuner. And I'm not going to drop the Gores. I don't want to give him 2 cards because his hand is not the greatest. The Veiler might hurt me a little bit, but... Okay, I got DD Crow, I got Maxi, and a few other cards. Scapegoat. So I pass, and John tributes his Tengu to 7 Scrap Golem. So I'm going to draw off of the Tengu. Now, John is probably planning to just poke me for 17. Now, it's up to me if I want to drop the Gores here, which I probably should drop it. Because, yes, I have to drop it. He's going to run over my token, but it's fine. He knows I have the Gores, so he's not going to attack me with the Golem. Alright, I've got Dark Hole and a few other cards. Dark Hole, DD Crow, Scapegoat. Okay, switch Gores to attack mode. Attack the Golem, and here comes Fiendish Chain. I mean, I'll take that. That's a fine trade for me. John just loves Fiendish Chain. I don't know why. He was even playing it in Edison format the other day, which is a card you almost never see anyone play in Edison. Okay, so now what? John's got Valor. He's got Scrap Chimera and whatever he drew for his turn. So Golem attack Sangan. Now Sangan's going to activate. I know he has Lone Fire. Not Lone Fire. He has Valor in his hand. I'm probably thinking I'm going to search Lone Fire. How did I? Because I have Scapegoat. It's so obvious. Yeah. I actually made the same play against Matt Kalinda at YCS Vegas in the 3v3. I had Scapegoat. He searched Lone Fire. And surprise to me, he actually held his Trap Dust Shoot. And then he Trap Dust Shooted my Lone Fire back to my deck. All right. So let's see. Summon Lone Fire. Pop Lone Fire. John is going to chain Max C. So that's what he drew for his turn. So he's left with Valor and Scrap Chimera. And looks like I'm going to get Spore. Am I going to give him the extra draw? Oh, looks like I am going to give him the extra draw. So I make my own Scrap Dragon. I guess I'm just trying to clear his board so that he can't make any plays. So, like, I mean, my Gorge was Fiendish Chained anyway. Yep, Crow. So Scrap attack the Golem. And John is going to take 75. And pass to John. So it looks like he drew Scrap Beast. I mean, he drew for his turn and he drew a couple cards off of Max C. So here he goes for the 8, Scrap Dragon. So, yeah, Scrap Dragon's insane in a Scrap deck because even if you negate the summon, it's like it says in your possession, right? So they're kind of like the hands in hat format, which I didn't know. So I saw him the Scrap Dragon, and he's going to use both Tengu and Scrap Dragon's effect. You see, that's why I'm picking up and reading the Scrap Dragon. Yeah, he gets Scrap Dragon's second effect, which almost never comes up because no one plays a Scrap deck. But he grabs back Scrap Golem and searches and brings out the second Tengu. Now, I had to solemn the Scrap Dragon anyway because I can't leave a Scrap Dragon up. He's just going to pop my Scrap Dragon and pop the Fiendish Chain or the Tengu. So I had to solemn the Scrap Dragon anyway. So here he's going to use Scrap Golem's effect. And I'm going to Crow him because I don't want him to make a Scrap Dragon against me. So yeah, Crow. Chance left with Valor, Scrap Chimera, and 2 mystery cards. Oh, I could go End-Phase Scapegoat, right? Yeah, and pop one of my tokens. Yeah, End-Phase Scapegoat. I can pop one of the tokens with Scrap Dragon. So draw for turn. I've got another Crow. I think Dark Hole. And so Scrap Dragon, pop the back row. Let's see. John decides to affect Valor, so my field is clogged. Okay. Don't want to play this Space Typhoon. And so I have to either A, run over the Golem or the Tengu. And I know John's last card in his hand. So I choose to get rid of the Tengu. He has, I think, Scrap Golem only special summons from graveyard. So he doesn't have any scraps in his grave. So that's why I was like, let's get rid of the Tengu. In case you draw a tuner. So he normal summons Scrap Chimera. Yes, Scrap Golem special summons a Scrap monster from your graveyard. Level 4 lower. Okay, so he summons Chimera, and then what? Oh, I think he just passed. So now I'm going to use Scrap. Oh, he attacked 2 of my tokens. Oh, okay, I see what happens. So I go Scrap Dragon, target my MST, target your other back row, chain MST, target, and hit your other back row. So I wiped both of his back rows. I don't know the last card in his hand, but I have Spore in the graveyard, which I can make a level 5 or level 6 with. I can either make Librarian, Cataster, Brionic. Let's see what I decide to do. So, activate Spore's effect. Okay, so I'm bringing out the tokens, the slime tokens. Okay, so banish Lone Fire, special summon Spore. The Spore's at a level 4, so I can make a 5 or a 6. Depending on what else I have. I could also Trish him. Here comes Trish. Trish. So, I'm trying to figure out which one's going to be more of a problem. Is it going to be the Chimera or the Golem? Yeah, you see, I keep reading it. I'm just trying to find out who. So, I choose the Golem and the Scrap Dragon and his other Chimera. Oh, yeah, this does not look good for John. And John shows Scrap Storm, and that's all she wrote. Congrats to myself. I now have the 4 wins in Tengu format, all with Tengu plants. Yep, most wins in Tengu format on the channel. And I won 2 Tengu tournaments recently. Yeah, 2. Yeah, because my first 2 wins came like a long time ago. So you can kind of see why I play Tengu format. I'm pretty comfortable with the deck. The deck's not that hard to play, but the mirror can be a little tricky, and playing around Max C. That's the reason I think Tengu plants, the reason I play Tengu format at Vegas over Edison is because I feel the decks are a little more even in Edison format versus in Tengu format. Again, that's just my opinion. I think Tengu plants is the best deck. The only reason I think the other decks can kind of put up a fight is because of Max C. Like the games I've tested against people, when they don't draw Max C, it's like I can just go off and they can't stop me. It's just my deck just can do way more than their decks. Agents can too. They can mess you up as well, but I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoy the finals, and I still got a couple of Tengu tournaments coming up soon. We started getting more and more people after this tournament, but I don't know how, because I haven't been to local since Vegas. I'm not sure how many people we're going to get in the future, because now that Vegas is over, there's not going to be any in real life Tengu tournaments. Big ones, at least until maybe next year. So we'll see. Stay tuned on the channel, and I probably need to make a poll to see which format you guys prefer between Hat, Go, and Tengu. Yeah, check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. I'll see you guys next time.